How you doing? My name is Carl Redmond Jr. and today I want to talk about a supplemental video that I'm making. I made my first video entitled Illuminati versus Carl. Today I'm gonna talk about 3 files that the secret society and Illuminati are using to destroy me. Alright? Chances are I'm not the only one that they're doing this to. Alright, because I'm not that important. Okay, so chances are some of you have experienced some form of this. Okay, just listen to my story and use it if it's useful to you. If not, just keep it under your hat for future reference. Okay, now, first of all, I consider the Illuminati is like the 1% of the world's population that owns half the wealth in the world. Okay, this gives them influence on everything almost in the world. Okay, now I think their symbol is the same as the pyramid on the money, where they have this eye in the pyramid at the top of a pyramid on the back of our currency. Okay, I think the eye represents Satan or Lucifer, or, the people who try to run the world, right? Okay, I think that small pyramid represents the people who worship them, and they are that 1% I just told you about. Now let's talk about the part that a lot of people don't talk about, the blank space that separates the upper and the lower pyramids. This is not an invisible pyramid, right? Okay, on the contrary, that's exactly what it is. It's still the pyramid, but that part is made invisible to symbolize a secret society that protects the few and the few that represent the Illuminati from the masses of people who represents the majority of the pyramid. This keeps them safe. Okay, reason being because they're hidden throughout all type of government agencies and whatnot, so you never know, who's a friend or a foe, which makes it difficult to get to them. All right, now with that said, all right, I want to go into the fact that they have 3 files that they are using this secret society, to destroy me with. One is a prison mental health file, okay, that was developed while I was in prison. Okay, while I was in prison, I didn't go through any type of therapy, any type of mental health, any type of drug counseling, none of that. I was a law clerk. A lot of you people in Chicago got relatives, after all, I did a long bit. A lot of you people got relatives that may have knew me or seen me. They can tell you that no, I was in no therapy or any type of therapeutic classes, right? Okay, or self-improvement classes or nothing of that nature, right? I was just the law clerk. I was the law clerk for several years, right? Okay, now, after being a law clerk, right, I became a substance abuse clerk where I did public speaking at a lot of the NA and AA meetings, right? Because I had recovered from my addiction, and I sympathize with people who are trapped in their addiction, okay? Finally, my last job assignment while in prison, was that I did public speaking for what they call Freestyle program, which is where inmates like myself do public speaking and motivational speaking to guys who are about to get released into society. I thought that I wanted to experience that, to see what the Department of Correction does for people on all levels in order to help them, correct their behavior and not come back to prison. I'll tell you later about what I learned about that. But for the sake of break, this prison mental health file. As a law clerk, I filed a lawsuit against the Cook County criminal justice system. I sued the prosecutor, the public defender's office, the judge, everybody involved in the misconduct throughout my criminal trial, right? Okay, using false evidence and so forth. You can Google my name, Carl Redmond versus Charles Shockweller, and you can see that case, okay, to support the fact that I did have a lawsuit, okay. Now, while that lawsuit was dismissed because they came out with a law saying that I had to exhaust my criminal remedies first. In other words, I had to get my conviction overturned. So I had to fight my appeal before I could proceed with the lawsuit. All right. Now, while I'm fighting my criminal appeal, eventually I got in the federal courts, the 7th Circuit of the United States Court of Appeal. All right. And at that time, I filed for an appeal bond because the state was stalling on my appeal. All right. So what happened is, when I filed for the appeal bond, all of a sudden the Department of Correction decided, okay, no more playing lawyer. So they shut down my legal mail. Oh yes, for all you that want to be jailhouse lawyers and whatnot, you have to be prepared for this, right? You get to working on a case that they really don't want to get publicized or get to the United States Supreme Court. Get ready for these taxes. So they shut down my legal mail. I went on a hunger strike to protest them shutting down my legal mail, right? Now, what happened is the Department of Correction staff, took me into custody. Well, not into custody, but put me into isolation, okay? Separated me from all the other inmates so nobody would see what's going on, right? And the bottom line is, they threatened to drug me if I didn't drop the lawsuit, all right? I called their bluff. I refused to drop the lawsuit. I was in Taylorville Correctional Center, a very, very soft, low security, minimum prison in Illinois Department of Correction. In fact, the security is so low, it's because there's no gang members or whatever in Taylorville. So it's the lowest security I can make, all right? They took me from there to Dixon Psychiatric Unit, okay, Dixon Psych, what they refer to it as. And this is a maximum security prison for only inmates that are on serious mental medication, okay? All right? This is their way of showing me that they're going to carry out their promise, right? All right? Fortunately, I made it out of there. I'll talk about that another time. I want to get to these 3 files. Okay, so that's one file. They created a mental health file because I went on a hunger strike. Not because I tried to commit suicide, not because I was a threat to anybody else, but so that they could have grounds to create a prison mental health file and put whatever they want in it to use against me in society once I get out of prison. All right, well, let's move on. Second, when I got out of prison, okay, all I did was run marathons. You can Google that, you can look up my name, and you'll see that I've ran 5 consecutive Chicago marathons, okay, from 2007 for the next 5 years, okay? All right, now, I have to say, you know, what's on the internet or whatever because I realize nobody knows me, and it's good for people to be able to see some sort of support for what I'm saying, okay? All right, so I was running marathons, right? And I was working. I put myself in the addiction treatment program at Hines VA Hospital in order to get in their work therapy program, what they call CWT, okay? Where I worked in the hospital like a regular job, except this is just training or you know, therapy, work therapy, right? You know, preparing you for the workforce. Eventually, I got hired permanently as a permanent worker for the Hines VA Hospital. Then all of a sudden, the director took the job from me, okay? And I'll tell you why he took the job. It was because of something hidden in that prison mental health file, okay? Because in order to get in CWT or whatever, I had to make known my conviction and I only had one conviction, so that was the extent of my criminal history. So they had to know about that up front, okay? Now, okay, so when they took my job, I got information that led me to believe that there was a hidden prison mental health file, right? So I went to the Social Security Administration office and told them that I can't get a job because there's a hidden prison mental health file. Now y'all know the Social Security Administration, right? They can have access to any and all medical and mental health files on you. So they can go ask for that file and either disprove it or prove it. But no, they didn't want to go touch that file, all right? So what they did was cut me a check. So okay, we diagnose you as something, and we're going to give you SSI. Okay, now, okay, so the thing is, I've tried to get the files, the Social Security file, to find out what was the alleged diagnosis for me. All right, but that's hidden. Okay, finally, that's the second file. The third and final file is they charged me with DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol, and possession of a controlled substance. I went to the Evergreen Park Police Department, who made the arrest, and asked them, pursuant to the Freedom of Information Act, for a copy of my police reports and everything. They put me in jail. Okay, that's their response. They put me in jail with the assistance of the state's attorney and the public defender and the judge in Bridgeview. Okay, all right. So what's hidden? What's hidden in this police report? They recovered from my bag allegedly 1.1 gram of synthetic cannabis. Synthetic cannabis. Okay, but now the state's attorney has charged me with less than 200 grams of a substance they won't even name in the indictment, okay? So it could be anything, heroin, crystal meth, anything. All they do is get about 5 or 6 different chemicals and say you're charged with being in possession of all these chemicals without saying what it makes up, heroin, cocaine, or whatever, right? The thing is, they didn't give me the police reports because they have false police reports that they're generating with some unknown amount. This less than 200 grams, you can't make 1 gram into 200 grams unless you're going to bring in false information. That's why I can have access to these files. So these are the 3 files that they're going to use. One, the prison mental health is for if I ever take the stand, they got hidden information, you know, it's false or whatever, but they can use it and it'll blindside me because I don't know what's in it. You can't fight what you can't see. That's what the secret society is all about. You can't fight what you don't know or see. Under the Freedom of Information Act, I'm supposed to have access to all these files, but here it is, even with my legal prowess, legal knowledge, right, and skills, all right, and the Freedom of Information request, none of these organizations over years have given me these files. They may give me part, as they did in this criminal case with Kimberly Fox, okay? But that's just part, only the part that they figure I know about. But the hidden part that they plan to use, spring out in trial, that part is kept hidden. That's to make sure that they guarantee that I go to prison. The others are to make sure I don't get housing. The others to make sure I don't get employment. This is their way. These 3 files. No, I tried to hire lawyers to get this information, these files for me. And no lawyer that I've met and offered money to would get these files for me. That's how you know it's a secret society that's bigger than the whole legal field. They run the judges, the lawyers. You got a license, they run you. They just thank God they have not approached you and told you to do something negative. But these are the 3 files, right? Okay, I wanted you people to know that that's the basis of my problem. Here it is, I'm healthy, I'm strong. You know, as you can see, I don't have a problem talking, I don't have a problem communicating, I'm great with people, I'm very marketable, employable, you know, I tried to get a job with Ceasefire. They was about to hire me, but this prison file stopped them, okay? I tried to get jobs where I can talk to, other people, other gang members or whatever to stop this cycle going to prison. But as of yet, they won't give me an opportunity. So since the fight is fixed, they plan to put me in prison and either have me drugged or killed, all right? That's their plan. And as yet, I can't stop them by myself. So instead of trying to fight them, I'm gonna tell you people about them and everything that I know. I've been fighting these people have been attacking me for 30 years. 30 years. And I've learned quite a bit about them, all right? Skip all this other stuff that you hear. This is real live action and it's going on right now. Keep up with my videos. Thank you.